Music. Wait, I'm missing something. Music. That's the theme. Music. And it's December. So, I get to be festive. I have this, have a camera, and I'm gonna try my best to make this good. Somewhat. So, music. I like music. I like music a lot. I listen to music a lot. Um, Thanks for watching. No, I'm sorry, I'm tired. I've been writing an essay. I have to finish writing that essay. I'm taking a break and I'm doing this. Okay. Music. So I wrote down 5 words slash things. First one on here is mood. I tend to listen to slower music. I'm not a huge fan of like, turn this even more towards me. I don't know if that's in frame or not. I think it is, but whatever. I'm using a crappy reflection on a TV screen, and this is an interesting process. Music can really set the mood. I mean, if you play a sad song, for example, Funeral, then people are gonna be sad. I mean, if you played like Happy, I'm not a huge fan of the song, but by Pharrell Williams at a funeral, it just doesn't fit. I mean, this is kind of some obvious stuff, but like, if you are at some kind of dance and you play really boring music, nobody's gonna really want to, I guess, boring, not slow. If you play like slow dance music, then people are gonna slow dance or whatever. Sets the mood. Also sets the attitude. That's my second word. One thing I really wanted to say was on Spotify, I want to create a playlist every year. 2016 was called Feeling. I started it as like a sad, dreary feeling playlist. But I guess I kind of got it. I feel like I got it. I chose some songs that weren't really like upbeat. Usually had a lot of meaningful lyrics. You can find it on my Spotify. Technically I should be going like that, but whatever. And I listened to that playlist a lot because what I originally did was I took a bunch of my favorite songs and just threw them into a playlist, and I was like, wait, what if I can make something out of this? And then Spotify has those recommended songs, and a lot of them are really good. And again, a lot of them are crap. Oh boy. So I was listening to that a lot, and I feel like that might have had an impact on how I felt a lot through 2016. I think I started in like May. I can check. At least I started the actual making of it in May, I think, maybe. But I think that had a lot to do with my, I guess, somber. I'm not a somber person. I'm a very positive person. Usually optimistic, but a lot of times I listen to it and I try to get feeling out of it. And I was listening to, I don't remember what song it was. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Of course, that's terrible. I don't know what the song was. But I was listening to it when it came on some recommended thing, or I was listening to acoustic covers. That's what it was. I really like the acoustic covers on Spotify. And I listened to that a lot, and I got some of my inspiration from it. And the song was a cover. I like the cover better than the original song itself, which is kind of weird to say. I think it was Impossible. I can't sing. So that's one of my favorite things in the entire world. I know I mentioned one of my favorite talents would be to sing in the last random theme video I did. It's called... Is it not on here? Oh, maybe it's this one. No, that's not the one that's not what I pressed. I didn't press play on that one. Oh, I'm so confused. Well, I can find it. I was listening to a song and I felt really inspired listening to it. And so I added a bunch more songs to it. Hey Brother by Avicii, Broken Arrows. I saw the music video and that was kind of an inspiring thing to me, so that's how I remember it. Some of the recommended ones are really good. A friend of mine, Guy, aka You Strange Child, recommended Rise Up by Andrew Day. I really like that song. It's more of like a kind of a more relaxing song like I prefer, but it's got a really good message behind it. One I did, I'm not a huge rap fan, but I put in I should know, Heartbreak Dreamer by Matt Carney. It's kind of like a rap, kind of like a good song. I really like Matt Carney, but at the end of it, it's got some really positive messages in there. I put some instrumental music. I put Dragon Racing from the beginning of How to Train Your Dragon 2. This has become me talking about my playlist, but I that's one of my favorite tracks. I might put on the last one as well. Um, why am I forgetting that one of my favorite songs? It's by John Z. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Inspiration. That's the third word. Impact effect. Also, I want to talk about music. It can have a large impact and effect. I do think that if you're listening to a song that's like really slow, then it'll affect what you're doing. I do believe in the fact that if you listen to songs with words in them, you might get distracted. There's this whole thing about the brain and how multitasking essentially, and when you're in places, your brain usually desensitizes other senses. For example, if I sit here and listen really closely, I can hear the fan of my computer. I can hear the fan of the bathroom outside. I can actually hear some wind. I can hear the heating pipes crackling. They probably do that all the time, but I've been talking here and I haven't noticed the fan and like that. And so I feel like if you're really doing homework and you start to just tune out the music, then you're fine. But I do agree with listening to scores or instrumental music. Stuff that's like to the pace can really help and impacting what you're doing and how your life goes. I had the fleeting thought that the feeling list I listened to a lot, because I listen to it all the time, kind of made me like somber and gloomy in a sense. And so, is this still recording? Thank you. If this is out of focus, I'm gonna be mad. What is flicking? Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna be real salty. Looks like the chair's in focus, so I think we're good. Hopefully I have enough headspace here. I mean, I can sink down. Oh, not very much. Next thing I have written down is difference. This is my really small list. It's crap. I think different music can definitely make a difference. I mean, if I'm trying to think. Like a friend of mine is a huge fan of metal. I don't hate metal, but I can't stand screamo. Screamo is the one type of music I can't stand. Country. It's a thin line. I guess it's stereotypical country songs. There's a song by Owl City and Jake Owen called Back Home in his album Mobile Orchestra that I like. Okay, so the video cut off somewhere. I'm going to see if I can cut it right in time. I watched the last like 10 seconds. My friend of mine really likes metal music. I forgot where I was going, but screamo I can't stand. I can stand metal. Some of the songs are actually really good. I mean, I'm not huge for metal, just as people probably aren't huge for like acoustic songs, but screamo I can't stand. Country, thin line there. But I forget what I was actually saying. Difference. Yeah, if you listen to sad songs, like all throughout the day that are about the world being a terrible place and everyone dying, you can adapt that view. I mean, if you only play or play games or watch TV or whatever that's about the world ending, like it changes your view because that's what becomes your perception. I'm obsessed with perception. But I do think that if someone's feeling sad, playing like a good song can really cheer them up. I'm not sure what it is. I haven't actually looked into the psychology of music. I haven't ever considered it. It's actually kind of an interesting idea. Anyway, yeah. Theme is music. I wasn't really sure what to talk about. But I think music just overall an effect on human behavior and life was a good place to start. Let's see. I am not a huge fan of pop music. And some songs actually I really do like. But there are some songs I'm not really huge fans. I mean, I wasn't really a fan of Happy by Pharrell Williams. Stitches by Shawn Mendes was good until the radio killed it. The radio killed a lot of songs, so went through a while of just listening to the different scores and stuff. Big Hero 6 soundtrack was pretty good. Same guy, I'm pretty sure, did the How to Train Your Dragon 2 soundtrack. How to Train Your Dragon soundtrack was good. How to Train Your Dragon 2, I think because I like the movie so much, I really like that soundtrack. Um, uh, A Young scores. I mentioned this in my last video, but those were really long videos, so it probably wasn't watched very much. Um, he made a score every single month based on a historical event. I was blown away by the first one, which was Apollo 11. Less or so by March. I'm not going to go through every month. I really like the Corduroy Road one. I think that was September. And I really like the most recent one. I think is the last one. About the, some ship that got stuck in Antarctica or something like that. The SS Endurance. Or the Endurance. I'm not sure if it's SS. Probably is SS. But, yeah, I think that's mostly it for music. I'm a fan of a lot of instrument-heavy music. I also really wish I could sing. I love looking up covers of my favorite songs on YouTube. Listen to those a while. I just found a song by Pentatonics, the Hallelujah cover. They'd released a Christmas album, but Hallelujah is really sounded really good. I added that to my inspiration playlist on Spotify. But I'm trying to listen to that more and more. See if it can amp me up a bit. Plus lyrics. I really like listening to lyrics. Listen to songs like 1 or 2 times through to kind of like, yeah, I can dig this. And then later on, you hear that one line and you're like, wait, what? I'm gonna give an example, a depressing example, but there is a song by Owl City. Owl City used to be my favorite artist. He is now, due to the fact that he made those scores. I'm not a really huge fan of his old music anymore. A lot of the Mobile Orchestra songs I really like. Favorite music, favorite artist right now. I have so many actually. I really like the Avett Brothers, Matt Carney. Owl City's good. I still like him. Rachel Platten's pretty good. I really like Avicii's songs. Some of them I'm not a huge fan, but right now the Moana soundtrack though, I haven't listened through all of it, but it's really good. And then there's Hamilton, but that's like a new tier. That's a whole different tier, different class, different league. We don't talk about Hamilton unless it's Hamilton alone. Anyway, I didn't listen to that for a while, and I listened to it and I was like, anyway, yeah, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but it's really good. Forget what I was gonna do. Oh yeah, it's probably in my feeling playlist because it's a kind of depressing song. I think This Isn't the End. Yeah, This Isn't the End. It's kind of a good slow song. This is I'm not gonna even try, but all of a sudden, there like it kind of hit me one time. It's because like an 8-year-old girl had a panic attack. Like, all right, sure. I don't want to. I don't want to. If you go ahead and listen to it, it's called "This Isn't the End," but listen to it once through. Maybe pinpoint the lyrics, but there's one, and you're like, the entire meaning of the song changes. Honestly, it did change for me. And then lastly, I'm gonna end off just by seeing this real quick. I went to the Grand Canyon a few years ago. We hiked all the way down. Got there at like 7 at night, I think. Slept there at the Phantom Ranch. Maybe it was 8 at night. I forget. It's really light out though, and so I'm having perspective with winter. I'm pointing to windows. But the entire way up, I listened to one song, Cactus in the Valley, and I don't know why. I still like that song. I it's not my favorite song in the world, but I just remember listening to it the entire time. I went through a phase with it, wherever I went on log cards, I just listened to one song. I think one of them was People Like Us by Kelly Clarkson. I listened to the entire car ride because I only had my DS with me, and that was like one of 3 songs on it because I was testing with iTunes on SD cards. Yeah, but otherwise, I think that's it. Actually, one more thing I want to mention. I'm sorry. This hopefully is interesting. Last thing, I promise. When you play a video game, you really get to experience it. When you watch something, it's I guess a different experience. So a few years ago, I watched the Rad Brad, I believe. Yeah, play Tomb Raider on his channel, and because I was really interested in the game, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. So I crank out like 1 episode a day, maybe 2 on the weekends and stuff. Probably more actually. I think I watched it over the summer, like 2 years ago or so. And then I got Heavy Rain on Amazon, because I was really intrigued, and a friend of mine let me borrow his PS3 for like a month or so, and so I played Heavy Rain, and then he had a copy of Tomb Raider, and he let me borrow that as well. He also let me borrow Bioshock Infinite, but I didn't get to that. Sorry, Meg, if you're watching. Um, so I played through Heavy Rain. It was a really good game. Then I played through Tomb Raider, and it was such a different experience than watching it idly. And I think the same with music. If you go out and sing some music, um, or play it, I play the piano. How to Save a Life by The Fray. I learned to play the piano a while ago. Really great song, and it kind of spending more time with it gives you a deeper understanding of the song itself and more respect for it and the people behind it, so to speak. Um, so I definitely think that's a really cool thing with music is that you can interact with it and spin it if you want to. Forget what channel it was, but I remember seeing this in my recommended feed when there still was one. Of some guy who made all major songs minor and minor songs major, and it totally spun it, like total 180. And it was just really cool. I totally forget. It was a while ago I saw it, and I only watched like one of them or two of them. But it's major to minor, minor to major. It's really cool. You can always take your own spin. Like with jazz, you can improv a lot, but I think my timer's almost out. So thank you for watching on the Struggling Six. My name has been Mark, wearing a Santa hat. And go out there and listen to some music and create some music. Whether it's by hand motions, body motions, vocal, whatever. Sorry. Have a good one. Oh boy, how do I stop this? Please let me be in focus.